No insult intended. But please turn off your beam into my soul.
I guess I was just trying to defend my sex.
The morning stream. Let's do the time warp again.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Tuesday, March 4th, 2025. I'm Scott Johnson. That guy right there is Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Bonjour, mon cher.
Oh, you got some freaking new... look at your shirt. You're celebrating this so much more than I am. I got this Henley on. It's nothing
I'm
fancy.
wearing a shirt. This is all I'm doing.
Yeah, but it says New Orleans on it. You know what day it is. You tried to find beads. You're like in it. You're in it. You know?
Yeah.
You're probably going to eat like some kind of king cake later. Well, so are we, but...
Certainly some jambalaya. Well, it really depends on what's going at trivia, because we're doing trivia tonight. So,
I wonder what does that get any bigger or smaller when it's a thing like this, a celebratory thing?
Because it takes place at a bar, it probably will be busier and bigger. Although it might just be busy at the bar, may not be more people playing. It just might be more drunks, Scott. A bunch more drunks.
That's how it is around here for like the break up the road. They get crazy on St. Patrick's Day. It's just insane in there.
Oh, yeah.
We did that once. We'll never do that again. We're not going back there for that. No way.
No, if it weren't trivia, I wouldn't go. I don't like going to I don't like going to bars for that sort of thing, just because they get crazy. New Year's Eve, no thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a time in my past, sure, that I would have liked that I did do that stuff, but no, not interested anymore.
Will it be more trivia people, or do you think it'll just be more bar hopping types? You know what I mean? Like you're gonna.
I don't know, because this isn't like a bar people go to bar hop. It's not close to anything, so it's not like.
Gotcha.
Like you might say, oh, we're going to go to eat dinner here, and then we're going to go over here to this bar and drink, then we're going to go to this other bar and drink. It's like, nope, this is a food hall that has a bar at one end of it. And
it's that place I like. Every time you take pictures there, I like that place.
Yeah. I love this. I mean, it's a great place. But so I think it won't be as busy. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
As if we were going to a real true bar.
Yeah, I hope so too, and I hope that trivia just flows from you, all the correct answers. You know, that's what we hope. We always hope that when you go to trivia night. Hey guys,
I hope so too.
I'm always wondering to myself, it's easy to get cynical and complain about what the internet is instead of what it used to be. You know,
Sure.
And people get nostalgic about stuff, and why would the internet be any different? Of course, we all have feelings about the early days, and I was reminded of one of the things that I love about the internet, which is weird sites that you'd never think would exist, but they do. And I found one that I wanted to share here on the show. This website is called howmanycigarettes.com. All right.
Should I click the link or?
Go ahead. You can totally click it.
Okay.
There's nothing here to be hidden. The idea of it is the first one that's going to come up is the Joker sequel, because there's so many cigarettes in it. But the goal of the website is entirely to tell you how many cigarettes per minute, CPM, there is in various films, and some are more than others. For example, Joker Folie à Deux from 2004, directed by Todd Phillips. There are 68 incidents of cigarette smoking, or one cigarette every 2.03 minutes, for an average rate of 0.493 CPM, or cigarettes per minute. They also have this flashing thing that says "real smoker movie," and I don't know what that if they mean that the people are really smoking menthol cigarettes, or what.
Just the fact that this is like under 1 CPM or something, under how is it? It's funny. Like, all right, if it's one cigarette every 2 minutes, then how can it be? Oh, half a cigarette CPM. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, definitely. Just under half. And so then they go, I don't know if they're doing this through some kind of image learning thing, or if someone's doing this manually. Either way, it's impressive. They go and find every scene featuring a cigarette. And then
that's amazing.
They have a photo of the cigarette. Yeah. Now, how they determine So he's smoking. I think scenes have to be, so it has to be a cut. So if you do 2 drags in the same shot, I don't think that counts as another cigarette.
It has to be a different cigarette,
or a different cut at least, at the very least. And I don't,
Sure.
I don't know what the rules are, and they probably wrote them in the site somewhere. But
I mean, I'm going to say that Eraserhead, which is a couple down the way from this, I'm going to say that the 2 pictures are of the same cigarette being smoked.
oh, interesting. So maybe it is it might be machine learning, and there's probably some
Should be
level of
under
error.
American Werewolf. Yeah, right under
Here
that
it
one.
is. Oh yeah, see, now that may be, I don't know, is it the same scene? It might be cut different. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't seen Eraserhead in
The
years.
second shot's a little dimmer, but it's the same person sitting in the same position, wearing the same clothes, and the same thing is on the table. But there's a shadow on the wall in the first one, meaning time. And, that's probably it. It's like daytime cigarette, nighttime cigarette kind of thing.
Yep. Alien's a good one. You got 11 cigarettes total, 0.094 CPM. And they have every shot of everyone smoking everything here, which is pretty great. They quit smoking early in that movie.
They had other things going on.
Yeah. Little Veronica Cartwright final cigarette.
That's right.
You got busy.
Lambert.
Was that one I saw that was crazy? Twin Peaks has a ton.
TV show. Yeah, because they do the whole run of the TV show. But then, obviously, they have to figure that into the total runtime.
Yeah, exactly. And I assume they do the new ones too, not just the old ones. Oh my gosh, Ray Wise.
It looks like this is just season 1. Oh, unless this seems like they stop at season 1, episode 21.
I could see that. Oh, Rope from 1948.
Yeah, what a great movie that is.
10 cigarettes, one cigarette every 8.1 minutes.
That's one where there's no cutaway to a different shot because that's all one continuous shot. Well, Hitchcock used some tricks to fake it. Like he'd zoom in on somebody's jacket as they walked by so that they could do another shot. But that's such a cool, suspenseful film about this chest that's in the middle of the floor of this party and what's inside it.
Yep, love it. Anyway, every movie you've ever thought of, if there's cigarettes in them, you should see the Tarantino shit. It's insane.
Oh, I'm sure. Sure.
Or there's also this cigarettes list where these movies have 0 cigarettes in them.
Sure.
And there's a lot of recognizable stuff. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but if you go watch the film Moneyball with Brad Pitt, no one smokes. If you want to see Inception again, nobody smokes once at Inception. It's a shorter list.
What's the Jim Jarmusch film that has cigarettes in the title? What is that called?
Oh, I don't know.
Coffee and cigarettes, or cigarettes and it's like something and cigarettes, or cigarettes and something else. I do a search just for cigarettes. Coffee and cigarettes.
Coffee and cigarettes. There you go.
From 2003. 1 cigarette every 5 minutes. Wow.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Oh wow.
Stephen Wright.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he can put them away. That guy.
Yeah, Bill Murray.
Yeah. Reservoir Dogs has
What do they
lot.
do for? What do they do for Cheech and Chong? So is it they include jazz cigarettes in this?
Yeah, that's the question. Is it only menthol, the standard ass pack of cigarettes, or can you count weed? Like, I don't know. And when like Cheech pulls out one of those big long bongers, does that count as anything?
Yeah, no, Cheech and Chong movies not listed here.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love when the internet does shit like this, and it's been too long since I found something dumb like this, so it made me happy. It's just dumb information. Who needs this? Nobody, but here it is. With some bad math. I love it. Hey, I got a note. Someone calling me out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and read this. This is from Blue Crucial. By the way, quick note to people. Voicecast.app/TMS now accepts text messages as well as voice messages. So you can use it for all your communication needs. It's super easy. That's what he did here. He says this. Listening to Scott talk about how frustrating it is to hear his mom and John argue about mishearing the word soup. What soup? Isn't Scott the same guy who overheard explosive tip and fart gas? I'm thinking this hard of hearing thing might be genetic. Love the show though, BC. Yeah, so let's look at the difference between these two things. I'm not going to claim I have the best hearing. Loud music and concerts and Walkman in the 80s kind of, put me where we all are now. I think Brian, even with all his concert goes, probably similar ear state as mine.
And Walkman. Oh, like Walkman glued to my head from 9th grade forward.
Yeah, and guess what? Those things were not known for being very good at sound isolation or like they weren't protecting you. If you had it on full blast, it was just, that's what you did. The decibels were all there.
There was no limiter. There was no like, ooh, we should protect the kiddo's ears.
Yeah, there's nothing in your phone, or I mean in your Walkman, like in your phone, where you could say, control my volume so it doesn't blast my head off or whatever. They didn't have that back then. So anyway, all of that said, these were things I heard like clear across parking lots and other busy places. This was my mom and John 2 feet away from each other. So I don't think they're comparable situations, but I take his point. All right. I get it, Pooh Crucial. But I think a guy clear across a grocery store parking lot yelling fart gas at the top of his lungs, and my mom 2 feet away saying soup, I think is just a different scenario.
I thought the guy in the parking lot was squandered opportunity. The fart gas was in a car, wasn't it? Like
I don't remember. Somebody screaming.
Window down for?
Yeah, screaming at me from his car. So you had car noise.
That's what I think. Exactly, yeah.
Radio, all that. Again, they just don't. These aren't comparable situations. Now, Kim, if you sent this email to Kim, she'd probably say, oh, yeah, there's been times where I said, Scott, take the trash out. And Scott thought I said, Scott, find some cash out back, or
But not listening is very different from not hearing.
Correct.
And both of our wives will attest to there being a difference on that.
Yeah, those are not the same things, folks.
Yeah.
But anyway, I appreciate the astute observation there, Blue Crucial. I like your name too. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Claire, butt nipple came in from when we took live calls one day, and somebody just called in and said butt nipple and hung up. And,
and we never had any idea there wasn't any feeling that was wrong. No. That sounded like butt nipple. Did I keep that? I wonder if I kept that. Let me see if I still have that. Because we could test that today and just see if anything's changed,
Okay.
Butt nipple.
Can't wait to see what the the AI transcript comes up with for that.
All I have here, well, all right. For funsies, we're going to play all my nipple clips. You ready for this?
Oh, nipple clips.
Nipple clips. I have a total of about 10. So let's just play each nipple clip unless they're too long. Here we go.
Left nipple.
Okay, that's left nipple. That's from a movie, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my nipples are killing me.
My nipples are killing me.
Nipples for men.
Nipples for men.
The feel of a plump pink nipple between my lips.
Ugh. Also a movie, but I don't remember what. That was a film sack thing. Gross. That was from 2019, whatever that was. All right, here's another one.
Yeah, well, some of us can't see in the dark, you nipple head. What am I supposed to do?
I think that was Blade.
Chris Christopherson. Yeah, exactly.
I think Blade. Yeah. Who else?
Back in my day, I had my own nipples.
Well, that was me. On the show.
Big milk, big nipples, big life.
I don't know what that is. No idea.
Nipples are at attention, General Malkovich, sir.
It's probably John Malkovich and being John Malkovich.
John Malkovich, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Don't remember that scene. Here's one.
You saw your uncle's nipples.
That's a King of the Hill thing. And then finally.
Your nipples are dumb.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. A lot of nipple files.
That's true. They are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My nipples are super stupid.
Yeah.
They're pointing every which way. Mostly they're
Harry
innies.
Styles has 4 of them. Did you know that?
Well, he's, how hairy are his nipples?
Mark Wahlberg has 3. Tilda Swinton has 3.
Where's Mark Wahlberg's third? Where does he have it?
Under one of his pecs, I believe. I believe you go a little bit lower on one of his pecs, and there's a
second nipple.
Another nipple.
Or a third nipple. Yeah. Does he go, I think I found a third nipple? Does he say that when he sees it, when he found it? No?
I think if I say hello to my third nipple for me.
There you go. Also got a phone call from Jeff about Floyd the barber.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got an Andy Griffith Show fan here, so let's see what he has to say.
Hey there, Barney and Sarah. This is Jeff M. from Oregon, and I wanted to pipe in on the discussion about Floyd from Andy Griffith. If you go deep into the IMDb trivia on that show, you notice that the actor actually had a stroke toward the end of the series, and a lot of the shots that he was in, he had to be sitting down because he lost the use of his legs, and some of them are pretty awkward, like they're up close, you can't see his legs. So dig deep into that series, Scott, and go to the last few seasons to check out some interesting camera work for Floyd the Barber. All right, thanks.
Question is, can I go straight to them and not be shocked by the color, because everything's colorized then?
Right. I know that, they were one of those cusp TV shows that started black and white, ended color.
Yeah. I'll watch for it, though. I mean, I'm just having it go in the background. And Floyd, after season 1, after they get their second Floyd and he stays. There's a lot of Floyd. Floyd is.
He's like a regular, frequent.
I feel like I'm seeing more Floyd than Aunt B, honestly.
Like lots of A story Floyd.
Yeah.
Or B story Floyd.
Yeah. So Floyd is showing up in almost everything. For a while there, it seemed like they were going to rely totally on Otis in jail. But that kind of, flattens out after a while. There's not a lot of that, but lots of Floyd. So I'll probably notice when it happens, and that'll be a weird thing. Sean Bloom in our chat says that he says apologies for the TMI, but I have 3 nipples. Does anyone else in our chat want to admit that they have 3 nipples? It's totally fine if you do. I'm just curious. Is it a higher percentage of people than I'm aware of? Like a common thing for people to have a vestigial nipple?
I don't know. Yeah, it's Bobby says not uncommon. I mean, what's the percentage on that? Is it like 5% of people have a a third nipple or poly? What is it? Poly? Is there a thing? No, I guess because even having 2 would be poly.
Oh yeah, 2 would be. Yeah, that's true. What would you call? It'd be a few nipples instead of a couple nipples.
Right.
That's how you do it.
Triple nipple.
Triple nipple. You guys got a triple nipple?
Google says 1 to 6% of people.
Oh, that's probably about what I would expect, I guess. Polyiferous? That's our title.
Polyniperous.
Polyniperous. It's a good title. Might actually work. Good job, Claire.
Yeah. Get those votes in.
Yeah, get your votes in.
One of her PG titles for a change.
That's right. Goodness. Rock the vote, you weirdos. Okay. Also, this call from Russell about you had made the comment the other day, Brian, that you thought ignoramus should make a comeback as a term.
Yeah. Stand behind it.
Yeah. And this is what he has to say about that. Here's Russell in Chicago.
Hello, the morning stream. This is Russell from Chicago. You guys recently mentioned ignoramus as the word of the day. Made me think of a time in the 90s at the Cracker Barrel with my family, as you do. We were playing the golf tee game where you're trying to clear the most golf tees on the little wooden board. And if you cleared the most tees, you looked on the back and you got your title as depending on how well you did. Anyways, my older brother was doing it. He did not do a good job. And he flipped over the little wooden board and he said, "Ignoramus? What's an ignoramus?" And we all died laughing, still laughing years later. Anyways, ignoramus, ignoramus. Stay safe, everybody.
I kind of prefer ignoramus.
Ignoramus, yeah, exactly.
I also think it's decent advice,
I mean, it's a safety issue, right? I mean, you don't necessarily want to fully, maybe the way to protect yourself from a moose is to ignore a moose, but keep an eye on where that moose is. Don't be unaware of the moose.
Yeah, you should know it's there, but don't maybe make eye contact with it or something like that.
Yeah,
they're massive. Moose.
They are, and don't. Huge. Yeah, we have them in Estes Park all the time. We go up there and they're rooting. No, when they're making their noises and stuff. They take over the golf course up in Estes Park, and
that's great.
It's so cool. Like they're all over the place.
They're just massive animals, just so big.
Yeah. Rutting. Thank you, Fastidious. Yes, rutting.
That's cool.
Rutting.
They're horny, says Claire. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Can you describe this? I don't know what this golf tee game is. He's talking about Cracker Barrel.
So it's a triangle with 4, 3, 2, 1. So 10 holes in it.
Yeah.
Each one is the size of the bottom of a golf tee. So you basically start out with all 10 or 9 of the 10 holes filled with a golf tee, and you hop over them like checkers, and when you hop over one, you can take that one out. And the object is to get all but one golf tee left.
Okay. And this is it's like a little thing?
It's a little small thing, and they have them on every single table at Cracker Barrel, and it is what you play with while you wait for them to unseason your grits.
Wow.
To deliver your bland, seasonless grits.
Yeah. The BSGs, they call them. So I've been to one Cracker Barrel one time. I've never been. Everybody I grew up with it. Like everyone, you always hear people talking about, "Oh yeah, I went there all the time. I got the chicken fried steak, this and that." And I'm like, I went there once. I had lunch with a guy for work, and then I think I had, meatloaf or some shit, and then I left.
Yeah.
So I didn't play this game.
Yeah, we Yeah, you probably did something crazy, like had a conversation with the people at your table.
Yeah, wild, right?
We stopped there on the way to Nertacular one year when we were doing the caravan, the multi-car caravans out there, and somebody said, "Let's do Cracker Barrel." And it's like, well, if nothing else, nice to have full stomachs to make it to Grand Junction to get gas.
That's true.
And it filled our stomachs.
Yeah.
Maybe not with good food, but at least it filled our stomachs.
I remember being all bloaty later in the office. I remember that.
Probably, yeah. I think I've been 3 times to a Cracker Barrel, if that.
Yeah.
Twice for sure. Maybe a 3rd time.
Dunaway likes going there, I know, because he says they have those bins full of DVDs and stuff, old DVDs.
They do, yeah. I mean, he may just go in there and not even enter the restaurant part of the place.
Yeah, just look at the barrel.
Which would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, I agree.
He goes in for the barrel, not for the cracker.
Yeah, no. No cracker, only barrel. Full barrel.
I'll take the barrel. Hold the cracker.
That was great, Russell from Chicago. And a reminder to everybody, if you want to write in about anything, you can either write in or voice in at voicecast.app/TMS. Super easy, super fun. I think we've even gotten more since I just said this. So
sweet.
Yeah,
excellent.
Watch for more of those getting played this week. All right. We didn't get to do a lot of this yesterday, so we're going to do a lot of it today, and that is the news. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by
your frequent reminder that tickets to attend TMS Vegas are up and ready for you to nab at tms.vegas right now. Get them while the getting them remains good.
Yep. As Brian said yesterday, he will read what's put in front of him. And I changed it not at all today. So.
Yep. Well, you corrected it here and then you used whatever original source for the or you changed the one yesterday after I said something, but then used the original source, or did you just copy it from yesterday?
I just copied it from yesterday.
Okay,
I didn't tweak it at all. It's the same.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I meant to, if that's any consolation. I actually forgot to change it. Hey,
Scotch. I love my Scotch.
Scotch is great.
It's the Ron Burgundy. I read whatever's on the teleprompter. Scotch.
So that deal with, I don't know anything about the behind the scenes about this, but why did they choose him to do all the interstitial voice stuff for the Oscars? It was, what's his name? I
was not Ron Swanson, Ron Burgundy, but why did they
that's I meant Swanson, yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd they use him? Do you think
Nick Offerman? Because he's got a great freaking voice.
I mean, I liked it. I just thought maybe was there something with him and Conan or something I didn't know about? Some inside
Not to my knowledge. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, I thought. I liked it. It was better than just some boring ass voice that just you'll never know who that is. It's just like, let's have somebody we know. That's great.
Exactly. And we got we did our rewatch of the Oscars. I think we're really close to where we picked up because we just finished the James Bond tribute, which as a James Bond fan, it was okay. Yeah. I think let's see, they had Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray doing the vocals.
Okay.
I thought, and I've never heard of Lisa or Ray, but Ray and Doja Cat were both a little pitchy dog. Ooh. Like, to coin a an American Idol phrase, little pitchy, and
Okay, so was it, since I haven't seen it, is it mostly a musical thing, and then like
it is
montage behind him?
They do some video. Let's see, who do they have that does the actual like? Oh, Halle Berry comes out, who looks freaking amazing. She's Benjamin Buttoning is what she's doing. She's getting younger. She gets older.
I don't know how she does it. She's amazing.
And then she comes out and introduces it, and then they do like a video montage of all the best Bond moments, and of course, do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. Kind of predict that.
Yeah.
And then they go into 3 songs. Let's see, Doja did Diamonds Are Forever. What were the other 2?
I generally like her a lot, by the way. Like I
Doja
really,
Cat, I do too.
I think her voice and her studio recordings, I think is really something. But you're saying she was a little
I love the
off-pitch in
song
this.
"Say So." I think it's a great.
Oh yeah.
Skyfall, right? They did Skyfall. Started out great, but ended really, really pitchy. And then the first one was, When you were young, Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die.
Yeah,
That's
and that was
cool.
pretty good. That was Lisa, who I'd never heard of either, but
just someone named Lisa. That's their stage name.
just someone named Lisa. She only goes by the name Lisa.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, and it's because Amazon Free Rangers asked why a Bond tribute. It's not like this is a big milestone for Bond. No, but they're, it's a rebuilding year for the Bond franchise, and with the Broccolis selling to Amazon, I think it's like a reload, a reboot kind of.
I
thing.
wondered about that, but the Amazon the Broccolis letting go and Amazon getting full rights happened way too. It didn't feel like they had time to do anything.
No, it happened before because they got a hold of all the movies on their service. Now I think did it just recently get included or amended to include production of future films?
I think so. I thought Amazon got full rights, but that was real.
Yeah.
I thought that was real recent. I thought like that. Just the Broccoli
thing was real recent.
Well, I thought the Broccoli thing was just like they just barely let go of full rights, like they were like in the last few
within
weeks.
the last couple weeks.
Yeah. So getting rights to play the stuff, I don't know about that. I mean, MGM Plus.
Yeah, that was years ago when all that stuff. I think probably when we started doing them on the regular for FilmSack is when that happened.
But to do new stuff, make new movies and TV shows potentially and all that, that's all on the offing. So I guess the timing was just good because then they can have a tribute and also maybe there's a future for all that shit. I don't know.
Now, not counting TV shows, can you name a really good Amazon produced movie, like something that premiered on Prime?
I know that I could if I could remember it. They have some stuff that's pretty good. But this is the question: if it's not memorable, then did they?
Oh, we did. We recommended The Tender Bar, or Randy did, I think.
Oh shit. I know they've got some decent OG movies. Let's see. I just need to remind myself. Prime.
I know. I'm looking at a list of them right here.
Original films.
Do you want the list I'm looking at?
Sure.
There you go.
Boy, there's a lot in this that I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Thriller. Zip, zip, zap, zoop. Yeah, I don't. Wow.
No, Manchester by the Sea was okay.
Okay. That's a big one. That's a big one. I got one of the Hotel Transylvania sequels. I didn't even know that. What else?
I'm Not Your Negro was good.
Yeah.
The Big Sick. Okay.
Oh, The Big Sick was real good.
It was really good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm scrolling.
Yeah, this isn't really. It's not. They're not jumping out, guys. There's some, obviously. There are definitely some, but
yeah. But
I could name more. I could name more Apple TV Plus original films than I could this
easily. Yeah.
Or even
Sound of
Netflix.
Metal. I watched that for Soundography. I think that was really good.
What's his name? I love
Riz
him.
Ahmed.
Riz Ahmed. He's so great.
He's great. Yeah.
Love him. Well, you're cordially invited. What is that? Oh, that's new. That's the new Will Ferrell thing. That might be good. That's a comedy though. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. There's a ton of these on here without a whole lot of jump out at me on this list.
Oh, we'll see how Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, I don't think. Not going to be an Oscar contender.
We still have like a year and a half for that one, almost.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but
sure,
that ain't on nobody's Oscar list. I can tell you that much.
No.
But I don't know, like Oh My Dog, All the Old Knives, One Night Off. What are these? Oh, some of these are all international, like Hindi and
okay,
stuff they bought, French films. Yeah, I don't know.
They're not necessarily produced under them.
I don't think they're banging out the hits the way Netflix, Apple, and others are doing right now. So
all right, well, we'll see. We'll see how Amazon does with James Bond.
I'd like a series.
He's gonna get one-day delivery from Q on all of his gadgets now.
I think they could do a banger series. That's what I want because now that
a series would be good.
Yeah, for years the Broccolis have been resisting a series. It's not like it hasn't been floated. The idea's been around forever, and they've just been obstinate. And now they're out of the picture. Could you make a really good 8-episode per season series? That would be great. And there's a million of these. There's tons of like Bonds. You know, Even Amazon
Reacher
has a few of those.
and stuff
Reacher's
like
on
that, yeah.
Prime, I think,
Exactly, yeah.
So, anyway.
Man, Tina and I started watching a new series last night that I cannot wait to recommend, but you're going to have to wait a week because we're not going to finish it by tomorrow. And
series then, not movie.
Series, yeah. So freaking good.
Really?
Oh my God, yes.
Really?
This is going to be one I'm gonna. If they don't f it up in the last, because we're 4 episodes in. If they don't f it up in the last 4 episodes, then this is one I'm going to be talking about all of 2025, and people are going to get sick of it.
Oh my Lord, I'm excited to hear about this. Jason Bourne series would be cool too.
Oh, Jason Bourne would be great.
Yeah. There's tons of Bond likes. What we're saying though, chat, is it'd be nice if there was a serious effort to make a great Bond series. That has never existed. They've never allowed it. It's just never been an option. But I'm here for it. Let's do it.
That would be great. Yeah.
Gandalf in the news. He's in trouble.
Oh, good. Oh, no.
I know. It's a bummer. He arrives as
Gandalf the Green.
Yeah. He arrived as precisely when he meant to with the wrong amount of weed. Gandalf is accused of selling illegal medical cannabis in New Zealand. The new home of James Cameron just moved there. Full citizen of New Zealand now.
Okay.
He wanted the F out of here.
Don't blame him.
I can't really understand why you'd want to go to New Zealand. Why would you? Why now?
But he's gonna miss the resurgence of Hollywood. That
That's right. I mean,
with
I can't think.
Who did he pick? Was it
John
Larry
Voight.
the Cable Guy? John Voight. Yeah.
John Voight, Mel Gibson, and Sly Stallone supposedly are going to make Hollywood.
And Harvey Weinstein.
They're going to be.
Oh, I better stop. Oh, I just fell into it.
Yeah, you fell. You dropped right in there like a hole in the road.
Right yep, exactly.
Oops.
Couldn't resist.
Anyway, this dude calls himself Gandalf, and the police have shut down the alleged medicinal cannabis operation, prompting an outpouring of support from prominent politicians and hundreds of people who rely on such products to ease their pain. Police raided the rural northern property of a 66-year-old Paul Smith, more widely known as Gandalf, last week, destroying plants and greenhouses and seizing cannabis products. Smith was charged with cultivating, processing for supply and selling cannabis, which could carry an 8-year jail sentence in New Zealand, and was summoned to court. Now, we'd say summoned to court.
Summons.
They say summons.
Yes, summons. Did he stop at every door like, expecting a warrant? You shall not. Okay, all right, kitchen. You shall not. Nope. Okay, bedroom. You shall not pass.
Cop's big Balrog trying to bust through that
Just
house.
pushing him up. Yeah.
I love that idea. Whipping a big old fire whip. Let me see the bedroom. Be amazing.
Exactly.
Let's see. Medical cannabis has been legal in New Zealand since 2020, but patients are reliant on gaining a doctor's prescription. Obviously, it's just like here. So they rely on what they call "quote unquote" green fairies to provide cheaper and more reliable and available weed on the hidden market. So he's filling that weed hole is what he's doing.
Well, he's probably happy that he's Gandalf and not Tinkerbell then.
Oh yeah, he's going to be called a fairy. I'd rather be. I mean, a wizard and a fairy are pretty far off, but I'd rather be Gandalf than Tinkerbell.
Sure.
F that.
Yep.
Thanks, Tinkerbell, for bringing my weed. Let's see. It says here more than 50 protesters gathered outside of Whangarei District Court on Monday, where Smith pleaded not guilty to the charges. This isn't an attack on one man. It's an assault on hundreds of patients who rely on affordable relief, said protester organizer Pearl Schomburg.
Nice.
Who was at a band meeting when she found out about all this. Anyway, who is a patient of Gandalf's and a convener of Auckland Patients Group, an advocacy group pushing for cannabis law reform. So, big changes to the weed world coming to New Zealand potentially. Who knows?
I mean, they're the Green Isles, aren't they? Or isn't that one of their nicknames? Or am I thinking of someplace else?
I mean, even if they want to stick with the Lord of the Rings stuff. Gandalf, freaking Bilbo, they're all smoking some kind of weed.
They should only be able to smoke weed out of really long pipes, too.
That's right. And I know that Tolkien wasn't a New Zealander. I know that. So nobody write your emails in about Scott thinks that J.R.R. Tolkien comes from New Zealand. All right? I want to put a stop to that before it happens. I know he was English.
Right.
All right?
Right.
All right. Got to make
sure. And yes, I know that Ireland is the Green Isle, but I think there's a Green Isles. Yeah, Emerald Isle. That's right. Ireland is the Emerald Isle.
And that's green.
New Zealand.
Emerald's green.
Names.
Right? It's still green.
Yeah, but that's Claire arguing that it's Ireland.
Well, she's right. But what I'm saying is emerald still means green. So take that, Ireland. F off, Ireland. Take that. They're greenish. Exactly, fastidious. Greenish.
Greenish, right.
Green-like. How about that?
Land of the Long White Cloud is one of New Zealand's nicknames. It's the Maori name. It's Aotearoa or Aotearoa. Oh, I can't pronounce that. Somebody give me a pronunciation guide on that. Aotearoa.
Yeah, and then that's a long cloud of weed cloud.
And now I don't have any vowels left in my Scrabble tray.
No,
they're all gone.
They're done. Yeah. You're not going to win this round. I don't think this round of Scrabble.
Yeah, nope. No, there's nothing but Z's and Q's. Thanks a lot.
KFC in the news. It will become Texas Fried Chicken in its HQ. Moved to a low tax state. It's moving to Texas.
Okay.
They are flying away from from Kentucky. They're out of there. People are not happy about this, by the way. People are pissed.
I didn't even. If you asked me, is Kentucky Fried Chicken really based in Kentucky? I would have said probably not. So
I would have too.
It surprises me that they were, but
it would surprise me too because the first functioning KFC restaurant was here in Salt Lake City in freaking Midvale.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
And that makes no sense either, right? Like, why the hell was it here? We still don't know. You can go to that location while you're in. If you're ever in Salt Lake and you want to go to KFC, the OG KFC, you can do it. But why it's here, I couldn't tell you.
Do they still have like an original sign or anything like the old the big chicken kind of thing?
I think the sign may have changed, but I haven't been there in a while. They may have kept a lot of that. That's a good point. Like, you would think they'd want to, keep all that, but they got real big on taking the fried out of there.
Yes.
And then 80s or 90s or whatever. So I don't know.
But they took the fried out of the name, but then said, "Well, let's come out with a sandwich that's made of 2 fried chicken breasts."
Yeah. It didn't slow them down. It's like, let's just pour lard down people's throat, but we'll change the name.
Right. Well, we'll change the name and we'll fool them. They won't realize how greasy and fatty it is when they're eating their double down.
Yeah, their hearts will be breaded by the time they're 60, but at least we don't have fried in the name. Well, anyway, they're flying away from Kentucky. The shakeup was announced Tuesday by KFC's parent company, Yum Brands, which is relocating the chain's U.S. operations to Plano, Texas. About 100 KFC corporate employees, will be relocated in the next 6 months, according to Yum Brands, which owns KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. Many political leaders in Kentucky spoke out about the relocation of its corporate office from Louisville, Kentucky, to Texas. Andy Beshear, the governor of Kentucky. Beshear. Dr. Beshear.
Actually, it could be Andy Beshear, yeah.
Dr. Beshear of the Deep Space Nine remote space station, governor of Kentucky, said he was disappointed by the news.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm disappointed by this decision and believe the company's founder should be too. Well, the company's founder's dead.
You mean Colonel Sanders?
Yeah. He must mean Yum Brands is what he means. But
I think they might be
But
would be. I believe the company's founder would be too. So he believes the colonel would be.
Oh, the colonel would be pissed. He'd loosen his bowler tie and cause some real...
I'm untying this knot that's been in my neck all these years. And
the mayor of Greenberg is not happy. Or no, Mayor
where are my
Greenberg.
glasses?
I can't see. Anyway, Yum Brands was originally a PepsiCo thing, right? I think that's right,
Fetch
Paul.
me a switch from the shed.
Yeah, he's old school.
Yeah.
Best one was Norm Macdonald. He was the best KFC guy.
He was the best, yeah.
Him and
did like Gaffigan.
Gaffigan was good. Hammond was good.
It was they had a woman colonel too.
Yeah, who was that?
Was it?
Why can't I think of that?
Allison Janney. No, I can't remember who it was.
Oh, actually, it's not. I can't think of her name. She's from that Sing show. Was it Reba McEntire? Jane Lynch is who I'm thinking of. Was it Jane Lynch?
Jane Lynch. Might have been Jane Lynch. Let's see here.
That singing show, the one about singing.
It was Reba McEntire. Billy Zane, Reba McEntire, Rob Riggle, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. They got Hammond in there. What's his name?
Ray Liotta was? Daryl Hammond. Norm Macdonald. George Hamilton. I remember that one.
Yeah, that was good. I loved that whole run. That was awesome.
Peter Weller, Jason Alexander.
Peter Weller,
yeah.
Robert Murphy. That whole thing.
Randy Quaid, Sean Astin. Really?
I don't remember that. Sean Astin's
I don't
perfect.
either.
That's perfect. Fat
Sean
little,
Astin's kind of
yeah,
perfect,
fat
too.
little Sean Astin with a mustache and a bowler hat or whatever the hell he wore.
Yeah, right.
I guess he didn't wear a hat, did he? Did the Colonel wear a hat?
No, just had his white hair.
Yeah, it's kind of a hat. It's kind of a hair hat.
It's kind of a hair hat. When it's funny when you see the original shot of Harlan Sanders, and then you look at Daryl Hammond's impersonation. It's freaking spot on.
Oh
man.
no, it's insane how much he looks like.
Norm Macdonald looks like.
It looks like Norm. It looks like Norm in a costume. Right?
It looks like Norm in a costume. Here, I'm going to give you the sheet because these are great.
Which is great,
shots
by the
showing
way.
all
It's great that it's Norm in a costume. Not complaining.
Yes,
but if you really want to nail it,
it
like,
should be. Yeah.
Jason Alexander looks pretty good too.
George Hamilton's pretty damn funny. Yeah. Oh, Rob Lowe was too, wasn't he? Is that Rob Lowe in the bottom right?
Yes, that's Rob
Or no?
Lowe.
Yeah.
Here, let's see. Yeah, bottom right.
Dolph Ziggler. Rob Riggle is great.
I like the Jason Alexander a lot. I don't know why I didn't expect that one.
I'd forgot about that one. Vincent Kartheiser from Mad Men.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Billy Zane was the gold one.
Oh, that's Zane, dude. No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Ray Liotta.
I'd put this in top 10 ad campaign switcheroos of all time. It's so
It was because you were always looking forward to trying to figure it out before you had to look it up, right?
Yep.
Because it's not like they would come out and say, "Oh, the Peter Weller one."
Yeah.
If you scroll down on that page, or I can send you the image when we do that.
Let's see. I'm scrolling right now. Peter Weller,
Number
where is
17, if you're counting.
I am counting.
That says the numbers.
There it is. Oh my gosh, he really did this.
Apparently, he really did.
Oh, I need to see this. He made a RoboCop Sanders,
It's
man.
gotta be on YouTube. Has to be.
Holy shit. Missed it entirely. Did not see that one.
No.
Who's Craig Fleming?
No idea.
All right. Mario Lopez. I remember that for the date one,
Sure.
the dating one, the 2020.
It was the like a Telemundo kind of thing.
They did The Mountain.
Oh, is that who that was? Okay, yeah, of course.
That guy from Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. I love how they kept his whole beard just dyed the center white.
That's wild to me.
Awesome.
Oh, and they put Sean Astin in a little football outfit like Rudy. That's cute. I like that. And they only had the one lady, right?
Yeah. They only had the one lady, yeah.
Reba McIntyre.
Do you want the RoboCop
yeah, do you have a link?
commercial? Yep.
Let's put it in.
Coming to you right now.
Let's stick it in there. Let's see what we get. This shouldn't get...
30 seconds long.
Oh, that's worth it.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And now a message from our sponsor, KFC. There we go. Now YouTube can't do anything about it.
No, I'm sure they won't. I'm sure those robots will totally not do anything.
AI totally heard me do that. They're like, okay, I guess that settles that.
Good there. Good job, TMS. Here you go.
Colonel Sanders, your Kentucky Fried Chicken is delicious. What's the secret recipe?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha
Terry,
The Colonel's secret recipe.
Terry Brownstein, I think, from Portlandia in there.
I don't know. I don't know that. I've never seen Portlandia. I should see that.
Yeah.
You know, I avoided Portlandia. I shouldn't say
funny,
I avoided it. The reason I never saw Portlandia is it struck me as I would be very uncomfortable all the time. It's one of those
It is
comedies.
uncomfortable comedy, which is like I mean, that's a hallmark of Fred Armisen stuff.
Got to be in the
which
right
I
mood.
love, but is also you got to be in the right frame of mind for it. It's like the Tim Robinson I think you should leave stuff. It's uncomfortable and funny also because it's uncomfortable. Like you're laughing to bring back some of your comfort.
It's funny because I love his stuff, so maybe I should just quit being weird and just watch Portlandia. Yeah. Sometimes it works for me. Depends on my mood, I suppose.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. Hold on. Oh, Ray Liotta in that one. Okay.
Ray Liotta.
Wild. Rob Riggle just too handsome and
The late great.
rugged. Ray Liotta, yeah.
Yeah.
Too much
Are you
smoking.
saying Bobby says Tim Robinson is another league of discomfort? So you're saying that between Portlandia, they're they're not on the same level of discomfort. Probably. I think you are right. Yeah.
See, that's weird because I find the one more watchable, and Portlandia, every time I would try, I would just kind of go, ugh, it's so cringy, I can't do it. It's not that I don't think it's good. I know it is. Obviously, it was a big hit and everything, but I just, I don't know. Got to be in the right mood, I think.
I think so.
That was actually half the Oscars this year were hard for me to watch. I had to mute. I had to mute most of Adrian Brody's speech. I couldn't do it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
The moment he went, I've been up here before, stop playing me off, like all that, I went, oh shit, mute.
Yeah, here's something's coming.
You had
and
me when you
once. Yeah. Why didn't they really should have cut to John Lithgow during Adrian Brody's speech, because that's what they said they would do.
Yeah,
and that would have made it a lot better.
They should have done that. That would have helped. That would have made me laugh. But yeah, I couldn't do that, and I couldn't. Almost every speech bug. Oh, the girl singing. Well, she wouldn't stop singing.
Oh right, yes, they got up there, and the person. Oh, I love that one. What was that? Was that was a Wicked?
No,
they were singing.
It was from the whatever.
Oh,
it is.
Amelia Perez.
Yeah, that song won.
Right, and. That's right, because it was the Saldana song, not the Selena Gomez one, and she starts singing, and the guy's like kind of like, all right, cool, we're just doing one verse, and then she keeps going. And he's like, well, I guess I can't leave her hanging. Yeah. Oh, we're really going for another verse here.
Yeah, she'd really like. It felt like she had taken the good stuff before the event started, is what it felt like to me.
Yeah, for sure.
She was in a different planet. So that was super cringy. My favorite moment of not the rules don't apply to everybody the same was easily when the sound, they give best sound to the Dune 2 guys, best sound work. They come up, they start doing their speech. They don't just get played off, they have their sound cut off. And the guy's still talking on the microphone,
they brought
and
up
nothing's
like 4 guys to talk. Yeah,
nothing's coming out of it, and they cut him off, so they cut the sound of the sound guys.
Right.
Amazing.
Right.
Amazing.
Irony.
The highest level of irony. Brian, we're going to take a break. Speaking of irony, when we come back from the irony, we're going to hang out with Amy. She's going to tell us what we should be reading. Yeah, I think that's a good thing. We all need to be reading. So stick around for that. Before that, though, Brian right here with his song in the middle. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm obviously a big fan of songs and lyrics and music, and there's a lot of times that I share the sentiment of the artist that is doing the music, and whatever they're singing, I'm in there for it. Not the case with a band called Hearts Apart. Let me see, Hearts Apart. Let me find my information about this because they released a brand new EP called Summer Bummer via Epidemic Records.
Oh my!
And if these guys are from Italy, that explains.
There's your problem.
Won't see them in a Chinese restaurant.
No, they'll never go to P.F. Chang's.
P.F. Chang's.
Yeah, never.
Here's a bunch of guys you'll never see at a P.F. Chang's.
Yeah.
This is as they describe it, an EP that blends punk rock melancholy and pure energy, came out this last Friday via Epidemic Records, and it's really, really good. Their song, I don't agree with it. It's called I Hate the Summer. Here's Hearts Apart.
Conversation is neither required nor desired.
Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
And we're back. Tell me about that song again.
Sure. That is I Hate the Summer by Hearts Apart from their brand new EP called Summer Bummer. Just came out Friday.
Sorry, I cut you off. I called Amy by accident. It's my fault.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Tell me that name one more time.
Sure. The band is Hearts Apart from Italy. The EP is called Summer Bummer. That song is I Hate the Summer.
Yeah, I was in the wrong group. Durr. That'll teach me. All right. Well, let's see if she's confused. She may have gotten 2 calls and wondered why the hell she did.
Probably.
Here we go.
One of the things that I enjoy also is reading.
That music means Amy's here. Hello, Amy. Thanks for being here. How the heck are you? Hello?
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
I enjoyed your song for a minute, don't you?
Yeah, you're really into it.
did.
Yeah, it was nice.
Did.
Yeah.
It's a jaunty.
I do that I do that every time. You just guys, you know, you guys haven't seen me because, you know, I hadn't had my video on for a while.
Sure.
So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
It's been a while. Well, it's nice to see you. How the heck are you? You doing all right?
I'm doing okay. I am all right.
That's good.
I like the is that what's the name of your friend on your shoulder there?
Oh yeah, this is Lavender over here. Say hello.
Hello. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Is Chuck who's back there running that thing? How are you doing this magic?
Chuck is not in here.
Don't spoil the visage.
I like
the real
it.
creature on Amy's shoulder.
I love it. Does this thing have a name?
Yeah, his name's Lavender.
Oh,
Hello.
it's cute.
I'm Lavender.
Look, you guys. It's like our own little
He
puppet thing.
can't. Yeah,
He's a
can't really
very-
see. He needs a bang trim there. So
He's
you
like
can
a
see
bombastic
his
bat.
eyes.
Is he a
Yeah.
bat?
No, I'm a dragon.
Oh, dragon. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
dragons. All right. I like dragons. Dragons are cool.
I'm here to help out with one of today's books.
Oh,
good.
Fantastic. Dragon related, I'm guessing, is what's going on there.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. Yeah.
So yeah, Lavender, do you mind if I introduce it?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So as you guys probably remember, several months ago, I talked about my nephew who was battling with stage 4 kidney cancer, and so this past week on Friday, actually. He got to ring the bell. So he is currently done with treatment. And Scott, I actually sent you in the litany of things I sent you the picture. There he is.
Yep, there he is right there.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's
right?
great. How's he feeling in general? He's doing good?
Yeah. You know, of course it's funny that they have him do this big like celebratory thing when right after they've just had a treatment, because Brian, as I'm sure you remember from, you know, when Tina went through her mess, like it's exhausting and you feel like crap. And the last thing you want to do is like stand there and have everybody sing to you and be smiley and happy. But, you know,
she had the energy enough to ring the bell and she rang the crap out of it. But she actually went on that one on her own. There was some reason I couldn't go with her to that last, which I'm really bummed about. I couldn't go with her to that last. You know what? I only went with her to one of the radiation treatments because it was across town. She's like, no, I'm not going to make you drive me there. I'm just going to go. I went with her to most of her chemo, maybe all of her chemo, but not to the one, not to the one across town.
No, heck with that. Yeah.
It was her telling me not to go. It was not me saying, you know what, you go on ahead. It was her telling me not to go with her. So.
Yeah. He's like, I can't be bothered, honey. I can't go. I love this picture. Can I say one thing real quick? This looks like a thing I would appreciate. He's got a Yacht Rock Revive thing.
Oh, look at that. Yacht Rock review.
Rather.
I noticed that too. I was like, Brian is going to love the shirt that Ben is wearing in that picture.
That is a band that I interviewed for Coverville, and the guy said, I'm going to put you on the list to get into our concert when we're in Denver. And I confirmed the week before, and they said, yep. And we showed up at the venue and we weren't on the list. And then then they made it up to us. They sent us a huge box of swag, and then they made sure to put us on the list next time. So we absolutely were on the list the next time.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
But I love those guys are great.
Made up for it.
Well, that's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Congrats to him from all of us when you talk to him next.
Yeah,
that's
for
great.
sure.
No, he's apparently he's doing really good. We're looking forward to seeing him back with a head of hair, and he's going to have to get scans every 3 months or so, I think, for the next few years. But yeah, all in all, really really positive. So
good.
In light of that is our first book that I have. This is actually something that I learned about through TikTok. But this author named Christopher Guhl, like Guhl. He's a fantasy writer, and he had contracted with his publisher to make this whole series of epic fantasy books. And then his son, who was 2 years old, was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Does not sound good, whatever that is.
No, sounds terrible, right? So he of course, had to kind of abandon the series that he was currently working on. And then, but what he did was he found a way to encourage his son and also, make his publisher happy at the same time. So he wrote this little fantasy novella that was inspired by his son's cancer journey. And the name of the book is The Boy, a Dragon, and the Cave of Shadow. So there is not currently an audiobook for this. So I invited Lavender here to help me out with just a little small sample reading here. So you ready, Lavender?
Let's do it. I love it.
Yeah, I was born ready. Okay, good.
All right, here we go. In a cave beneath a mountain where the darkness holds the light at bay, a young boy sat on a rock and leaned back, resting his head against the cold stone wall. How did I get here? The child wondered, looking at the dark, damp surroundings. A drop of water fell in the distance, the plink echoing against the cave's walls. Did I do something wrong?
No,
a small creature answered.
You did nothing wrong at all.
The boy jumped, startled at the sound. He searched for its source in the darkness. Who's there? He asked.
Why, it's me, the creature said. Georgie. And your name is Liam, is that correct?
A ball of flame erupted, flashing in the darkness. Liam jumped back, cowering against the wall. Yes, he said meekly. The shivering boy scrunched into a ball, wrapping his arms around his legs and tucking his head down. I don't feel good, Liam finally said.
I know. It's not your fault. You must know that. It's not anyone's fault at all, really. But this happened, and that means you're here.
And scene. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very good.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I hope it gets an audio
Thanks.
treatment. You should offer to be the voice if you admit the.
I mean, he's got a pretty good following. I am sure that they've already got somebody in there, but I'll be glad to reach out to him and see if that's something they would want.
Yeah.
But thanks for your assistance there, Lavender.
Well, you're welcome.
Do you want to stick around, or are you ready to head out?
No, I'm comfortable. It's okay.
Okay.
Just sit
All right,
there
just-
quietly and enjoy the rest of the show. It's fantastic.
Yes, and for the audio listeners, I have a purple dragon on my shoulder it's a puppet talking to me. So
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody knows that wasn't just you talking to some secret personality.
This is not like the bell jar or anything.
No.
Right. Yeah.
It's an actual entity over there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
So anyway, it's a really short little read. It's a novella, so it's quick. It reads a bit like a D&D one shot, and it's an absolutely beautiful metaphor for a child fighting cancer. I mean, like I can't imagine a better metaphor than like suddenly being in a dark cave that's scary and you don't feel good, right? Like I think it's perfect. So yeah, I think it's a good read, and it's good for anyone to read, particularly anybody who's had a loved one go through anything like that. But definitely anybody who has experience with like pediatric cancer. It's a good choice.
Yeah.
So
cool.
But yay, we're very happy for Ben. We're excited and hope that all his scans show him to be cancer free, and we're excited for him.
Yeah, I am too. Nobody that young should have to deal with something this hard. I hate that for him.
I agree. It's like I keep saying, I'm like, this poor kid, he was just minding his own business, being 17, and playing like lots of Roblox. Like his handle on Roblox, I think, is 4boss. And so like in lots of the pictures his mom has taken and stuff, he's like holding up 4 fingers. And so anyway, but yeah, so go check that out. It's The Boy, a Dragon, and the Cave of Shadow.
Nice. I'm interested. I want to learn more about this cave. I like a cave of shadow.
Yeah.
Although I think it's metaphoric for probably his cancer.
Yeah.
But.
Yes. Yeah. But again, like, it's like I say, it reads like a D&D one shot. So, you find yucky stuff in a cave. It doesn't mean it's not adventure.
Right.
And you get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the whole idea is you figure out how to do the right rolls and do the best you can and hopefully come out leveled up. That's kind of where your nephew's at. So that's very cool.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right. What else you got for us today? I see got a few more things.
All right. So yes, I've got another thing for you. So one of the things I sent you a really blast from the past old picture of me when I did the breast cancer 3-day walk, wearing my Extra Life Radio T-shirt.
Look at that. That's awesome, dude.
So that's from like 2009, I think.
That's got to be 08, 09, somewhere in that range, right?
Yeah.
That's wild. Wow.
So
you got a real
the
pink is unbelievably awesome match with that shirt. That's great.
Oh yeah, everything's
you
all
gotta wear.
pink. And everything looks like it's been sprayed with Pepto-Bismol when you go on those walks. But
so true,
so and that's a wig. I wasn't brave enough to do my hair in crazy vivid colors yet then. But
it's kind of got a what was that? Who's that lady in the
Phyllis Diller?
Phyllis Diller. I get in the Phyllis Diller vibe.
Definitely a Phyllis Diller vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
That's great. Love that.
All right.
Ask your grandparents.
All right. Yeah. Kids, ask your weird uncle.
Yeah.
So, all right. The next book though that I have is a little bit more on the serious side. Last month we did The Hell's Bells, had a little spicy romance there for any of my ladies who needed a little spicy in there. This one is a little more serious, but also it's also good and funny. So you can go ahead and play this clip.
Here we go.
At the height of the long, wet summer of the 77th year of Sendovani, the thief-maker of Camor paid a sudden and unannounced visit to the eyeless priest at the temple of Perilandro, desperately hoping to sell him the Lamora boy. "Have I got a deal for you?" the thief-maker began. "Another deal like Carlo and Galdo, maybe?" said the eyeless priest. "I've still got my hands full training those giggling idiots out of every bad habit they picked up from you and replacing them with the bad habits I need. Now, Chains, I told you they were shit-flinging little monkeys when we made the deal. Everything you asked me to look for after I sold you Carlo and Galdo. Everything you liked so much about Sabitha. He's Camori, but a mongrel. He's got larceny in his heart, sure as the sea's full of fish piss. And I can even let you have him at a discount. You'll pardon me if the suggestion that the minuscule black turnip you call a heart is suddenly overflowing with generosity toward me leaves me wanting to arm myself and put my back against a wall. I've tasted that flavor of sarcasm before, Chains. That's the sort you spit out as a bargaining posture. Is it really so hard to say that you're interested? Suppose I'm willing to spend about 3 coppers and a bowl of piss for a mystery boy, but you'll still need to convince me that you deserve the bowl of piss. What's the boy's problem? His problem is that if I can't sell him to you, I'm going to have to slit his throat and throw him in the bay.
You had me at eyeless priest and fish piss.
Right.
I was going to say, that feels like what would have grabbed you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, totally. So this book is called The Lies of Loch Lamora, and it is really funny. Like you heard there, this author's turn of phrase, by the way, is by Scott Lynch, and his turn of phrase is so good. It's like, and listening to it on audiobook is fantastic, right? Because this guy has this very sort of, just rich British accent, right? And so you're listening to this guy say things like, like, I might pay you a bowl of piss, but you'd have to show me that you deserve the bowl of piss, you know? And like, at some point he says, I paid you, everything but my mother's kneecaps for that, it's things like that. Like the turn of phrase is just so, so good and it just rolls right off. But yeah, Imagine Oliver Twist meets The Godfather is a bit what this is like. So there's what we heard there was an exchange between the thief maker of Camor talking with the eyeless priest whose name is Chains, and trying to sell him this boy, and he is extremely gifted at the art of being a thief, but he maybe doesn't have as much regard for the rules of such things. Like, we don't rob the local watch because they come after us if we do that, and we don't bring attention to ourselves, and then Locke goes and causes a pub to burn down, things like that. So it's really funny, and it's told sort of non-linearly. So you get more of his background as a boy at the same time that you're getting some of his exploits at when he's fully grown. And it's great. And like I said, like, there's a whole like element of there's the copper who they have to like go and kiss his ring, and there are very elaborate descriptions of torture in there. So if you're squeamish about that kind of thing, maybe be a little careful there. But I think and I am, but it's worth it. It's a really, really good read, and you're just really invested in what happens to these characters and how they turn out and stuff. So there's a scene where there's one character whose name is Bug. Like, that's all is his name is Bug. And
never trust anyone named Bug. It's always trouble.
Right. Like, I mean, so, and everybody's worried about him, but the whole time he was fine. And, but I won't spoil why, but because it's very, very funny. But yeah, I mean, as I say, it's a really fun read. I
love that.
And I recommend
just
it.
love a British, like a pissy British read,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Just will get me every time. You could tell me this book was about picking flowers at midnight, and I'd say, okay, I'll listen to it. That's great. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, like when he finally, he gets in with Chains, and he starts he's been living in a graveyard. So the thief trainer, the thief maker, that's right. The thief maker sort of trains these boys, and they live in the graveyard, and they live off scraps basically. If they work, i.e. if they steal stuff that can be sold and is worth something, and they're successful at it, then they eat. Otherwise, not so much, and they get punished. And so it's very rough, but the alternative is they get sold to like slave traders, or, as he said, get their throats cut and thrown in the bay, which is all very dark, but it's done with like that lighthearted tone, right? Like, I mean, it's weird to say that about like killing orphans, but I mean, what can I say? That's how this book is written.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, and so he takes him through sort of here's how to set a place setting and all this. And the kid doesn't understand, why do I need to know this? And he says, you are going to know everything. You're going to know how to speak all these different languages. You're going to know like what the etiquette is in all these different places, because it makes you a more effective thief.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And it's fun to, like I say, the non-linear aspect of it is really kind of fun, because you get to see like, okay, like here's where he ends up. And then, right, like in small pieces, here's how we got there. So
I don't want to speak for authors, but it always sounds hard to me, that non-linear approach.
Totally, yeah. Like, because you have to know, all right, here's the story I want to tell. Putting it in this order would make it more like there'd be better reveals, more interesting reveals if I put things in this order.
Yeah. It just seems like it'd be hard to balance,
I mean, I'm sure that every author is a bit different, but I kind of have to imagine that, that they have kind of an outline of how the linear story goes. And then as it sort of unfolds, they realize like, oh, this will be more compelling if I tell this part of it this way.
Yeah.
That's super interesting. Well, I'm going to check it out. Again, that is The Lies of Lochmora, a gentleman bastard sequence. That's the subtitle on this thing. I love that.
The Gentleman Bastard series.
It says sequence on Amazon's listing. Look at this. I'll show you right here. See? Right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I didn't make that up. That's what it says on the page. It's from 2007, and it is available now in all forms. Digital. Oh, it's cheap too. You get a paperback for $5. Kindle for $3.99. It's a good deal. Yeah. Go check it out. I kind of want to check out his other stuff too. For some reason, my browser is being real dumb. I can't get things to click. Anyway, well, that's fantastic. Amy, always a pleasure having you on. Anything else you want to mention before we blow out of here?
Yes, we still have 12 spots available for the video game tournament. So if you want to get in there, go ahead and sign up. All the deets are in the Discord, the TMS Vegas Discord. And if you can't find it or whatever, feel free to, message me or Chuck. And
it's linked to tms.vegas as well, so you can get right to it.
There you go.
Yep. Go check it out. Get signed up. And a reminder, it is arcade games. They are free to play. This isn't some kind of weird, like, here's a controller. I hope you know Call of Duty. We're not doing that. This is like classic stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Classic. Yeah. Play Dwarf.
Yeah.
Play
old school.
Yeah. If you know how to play Tron, pick Brian as your first opponent or however it works out. Because I promise
I dare you to play me and Galaga.
Yeah, she's very good at Galaga.
It is, that's.
I would not play you in Galaga. I would not play Brian again in Tron, and I would not play Kathy in Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, in anything. I mean,
maybe
Kathy's
anything.
awesome.
Well, for real though, no, Cheesy G is the one to beat for sure. Like she's like everybody last year. Everyone who came up to find out who their next matchup was, and I said, "Oh, it's Kathy." They were like, "Oh, crap." Not because they didn't want to play with her. They just knew that like they were about to get their butt kicked.
Yeah.
And you guys have control over the seating, so you know who might be playing against Cheesy G this year.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, and we are trying as much as possible to seed it according to how the bracket ended up last year. So that, it's like last year it was just kind of I just kind of threw names in there and it, spit out a bracket and I just did it. So this year we've actually got more of a little bit of an eye toward, like rankings and, that kind of thing. So
you're able to look at last year and how people did, how far they made it and that sort of thing and kind of base it on that. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, just like loosely be like, okay, like Logan was first, Kathy was second. So 1, 2, then go from there.
Last year was the shittiest year on record for me. So I'm really going to try harder this year. Last year I was out in the second round, I think. It's terrible. Terrible.
That was me the first round. I was out like almost immediately, but it was because I played one of those, I think it was like the superhero fighting game thing.
Marvel
which,
versus.
I'm not terrible.
Yeah, Marvel versus
I'm not
Capcom,
terrible at fighting games. I just, if you don't know all the combos,
the button mashers,
yeah.
Plus
like then if you don't know how to do it, you're just like firing away and hoping you don't die.
It had a very janky stick too. There were some problems with that thing in general, but that's part of the fun.
You never want a janky stick.
No, you don't want a janky stick. But sometimes you're getting in a machine with a bad button or something. It's just the way of it, and so that's half the fun. Is like, I beat you with a bad button. Take that, jerk. In a nice way,
right? Yeah,
in a nice way, of course.
That badge of honor, like Jack White says he always wants a guitar that makes him fight a little bit. So
I love that.
Same.
I like that. He says I like Jack White a lot.
What a very Jack White thing to say.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah, for real. Scott, it's okay you wouldn't play me in Galaga because I would not play you in Joust because I suck at Joust.
Yeah, don't play me in Joust or you're in huge trouble. So just know I got that in my back pocket. But Tron, Galaga, I'm effed. I can't do those games. Excellent. Well, it's always good having you. Tell Chuck hi. I know he's like around somewhere, but we love him.
We'll do. Oh, I also sent you some videos so you could see Chuck's crazy beard he's got happening right now.
Oh yeah, and, let's take a look at this up close. I got a little screen cap of it. Look at that. That's awesome.
Look at that. Dang.
I love it. He looks like he needs to get up and teach a class on English literature.
I was going to say, does he have a jacket with leather patches on the elbows?
No, don't doubt.
He has a tweed jacket. Perfect. I don't think they have patches on the elbows.
Well, I hope
he does look very professorial.
I hope he gets tenure. I hope the department realizes how important he is to English history, and
exactly. Yeah.
Can't wait to be in his presence in very little time.
He wears it very well. Yes.
Indeed. Have a fantastic one, and we will see you soon. And do tell your nephew we're really proud of him. I think that's so awesome.
I definitely will. All right, say goodbye, Lavender.
Goodbye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Put that back in its thing. There we go. Turn that off.
Back in its thing.
All right, everybody, we did it. We're at the end of the show. We don't really have anything else to mention here, except it is important that you grab your tickets to TMS Vegas. We have some left, and they are going quick, though. So I'm a little nervous that there's always people that want to just kind of wait till they get the right flight or whatever, and I totally get it. I know we have some international...
be able to make it, yeah.
We have international friends that are like, I don't know if I'm coming down there right now. Prices are weird and tariffs and all this, and I get it. I totally get it. So... as a result, though, because so many people wait closer to the thing, I just always worry you're not going to get them. So go get them now. Get them while they're hot. TMS.Vegas right now. Okay.
Do it. And while you're there, sign up for the video game tournament and put your name on the list for the mini golf setup. Take a look through the board games. I mean, there's all that stuff to do right there.
Yep. Get in there. Make it happen. It's you who does it. Okay, that's it for today's show. We're out of here. We got to play a song, though. A reminder that all our stuff, including how to contact us, everything else, can be found easily and quickly over the internet at frogpants.com/TMS. Brian, what song are we playing?
Sir. We are sending one out to Dave from Toledo. He says, it's been a wild ride having the TMS family in my ear holes for the past decade. You guys have kept me sane while working in manufacturing and not doing geek stuff that I truly love. Over the last year, I managed to move to machining and out of assembly, which is a big deal for anyone in the big three when you only have 12 years seniority. For the ripe age of life, the universe, and everything, happy birthday.
Oh, nice.
I'd ask that the cover master spin up an electronica funk song of his choosing. Never stop being amused by life and never stop being amused to life itself. Signed, Dave from Toledo. Wow.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, man. 42. We always get those here. They're always a big deal for everybody, and always happy to celebrate that one. I wish I could have mine over again. That'd be great.
Exactly. What a great one. Yeah. You sent me down a whole big rabbit hole, Dave, with electronic funk bands. Start off with one of my favorites, Chromeo, who, to my knowledge, only does one cover, and I think we've already played it on this show. It's their cover of the Eagles, I Can't Tell You Why, which is not very electro-funk, sadly, but that sent me over to Breakbot and to Marvel something. Can't remember the full name of them. And then I found Meyer Hawthorne. And Meyer Hawthorne, well, great. This works out perfectly. Did a whole album in 2011 called Impressions, which is all covers. They even does a cover of Chromeo on that album. From the album Impressions, or the EP Impressions, here's Meyer Hawthorne and his cover of ELO's Mr. Blue Sky.
Wear them loud and proud, friend. Be large and in charge. You're always welcome at frogpants.com.
I scored so many points I can't remember the total.